Douglas Murray calls out Joe Rogan over just asking questions. During a recent episode of the Joe Rogan Experience, author and columnist Douglas Murray challenged Joe Rogan over the types of guests he's featured on the podcast. He particularly called out Rogan over guests offering strong opinions on global conflicts without clear expertise. Murray questioned Rogan's tendency to platform figures who just ask questions, but may actually be spreading misinformation or speculation under the guise of curiosity. He pointed to several examples of guests who discuss complex historical and geopolitical issues, while admitting they lack formal expertise. There's a point at which I'm just raising questions isn't valid anymore, Murray said. You're not asking questions, you're telling people something. Rogan defended his choices, stating that his guest selection is more about personal interest than ideological alignment. I don't think about it that way, Rogan said. I just think I like to talk to that person. Murray pressed further, arguing that influential platforms like Rogan's carry a responsibility to elevate informed perspectives. He felt Rogan owed the public more care when addressing weighty topics. Murray also criticized the rise of self-appointed experts who gather large audiences without the background to truly provide meaningful analysis. During the episode, the conversation also discussed a broader trend of comedians, entertainers, and online personalities walking into the political commentary space, even though they have limited subject knowledge at times. Murray pointed to this shift as a significant cultural moment that should be examined. He suggested that some elevated voices, particularly those on Rogan's podcast, may blur the line between genuine inquiry and unchecked speculation. Despite their disagreements, the exchange between Rogan and Murray remained respectful and thought-provoking. It highlighted the tension between open conversation and the risks of misinformation in the podcast era. As podcasts continue to shape public discourse, the episode raised timely questions about credibility, influence, and the boundaries of just asking. Podcaster Joe Rogan took a shot at President Donald Trump's golfing last weekend as the stock market plunged into the red over his sweeping and since semi-paused tariff plan. Rogan and his Wednesday guest, comedian Ron White, joked about how chaotic the worlds had become, including the stock market, which tanked to its worst level since March 2020 after Trump proposed massive reciprocal tariffs on most of the world. Trump put a 90-day pause on Wednesday to most of the steepest tariffs, while increasing his tariff on China to a whopping 125%. It's so baffling. It's so crazy, like, what is going on? Rogan said, the whole world is mad at us. Trump's playing golf, and in between swings, he's on the phone with presidents of countries. We're going to need more money. The two joked about how the visuals seemed to diminish Trump's public image as an economic mastermind determined to make other nations pay for taking American jobs. Trump claimed on Monday that he won a senior club championship at one of his Florida courses over the weekend as market anxieties ran high. Somebody told me the other day, he was like, is he playing checkers? Is he playing chess? White joked, he's playing golf. Rogan, who endorsed Trump last year after the then-candidate appeared on his podcast, agreed that the moment reeked of absurdity. He's playing golf. Like, what does that mean? Rogan said, everybody wants to think there's some, grand plan to it. White House aides cut off outside access to former President Joe Biden, which ultimately backfired and worsened his cognitive function, according to